Does everybody hear me? Yeah! How about the folks in the back there by the trees and stuff? Y'all can definitely move closer. You know, it's comfortable up here, I promise. It's real comfortable. Come on. Take a load off. There's plenty of grass. Like, there's steps. Take a load off. Sit down and enjoy yourselves and listen today.
If you ever get hungry or anything like that, right across the street there's a black-owned business that has chimichangas, burritos, tacos. So if you get hungry, I don't want to see anything crazy. Go support your black-owned business right across the street. Reparations. Reparations. Black dollar matters. Black dollar matters. Oh, they also have masks over there as well. So if you need another mask, because the pandemic's not going nowhere, go support your black-owned business right across the street.
Yo, can everybody hear me? Yeah. Everybody comfortable? Yeah. Well, honestly, I hope everybody's not comfortable because I'm still not comfortable, so I hope nobody else is comfortable. Like, real shit. That was kind of like the wrong answer, but it's okay though, guys. I still love you. I promise I do. Like, hey, can we cut the conversations and pay attention? Please and thank you. I really would appreciate that. So, welcome, guys. Hi, how you guys doing? I like that. Look, y'all don't want to give me that much energy. I'm telling you. I will run from here to across the country. I promise you. Yeah. I'm on my way to doing it. So listen, I'm sure we all know why we're gathered around here today and why we're all here. But for those who don't know or pretend they don't know, I'm sure you've seen a poster somewhere on one of these trees, poles, wherever. Your car, you've probably seen it somewhere, so you should know. But this is Black Lives Matter. That's what this is. This is Black Lives Matter, period. First and foremost, before anything else, this is Black Lives Matter. First and foremost, let's reiterate that. That's what this is. This is why we're all out here. This is why we all come beat our feet to the streets every day. So let's reiterate that. This is for Black Lives Matter. First and foremost, before anything else. It's, listen. All of us at one point in time before COVID were tax-paying citizens. Some of us are still are. Some of us still are. And as we know, we get taxed the most, right? Tax the hell out of the poor and feed the rich, right? And give it to the rich and let them not pay shit. Or nothing. Excuse my language, guys. I'm trying to censor myself, I promise. And so, I think it's about high time that we're all tired of that, right? Right, so since we're all tired of that, this is what we do. We defund the police, we take from Amazon, we take from big business and give it back to the communities that really need it. Specifically black communities. Specifically. Let's be correct. Let's be completely correct. You take that and you put it back into black working class family homes and stuff. So that black people can own property and make a way so they can buy their homes. So that their schools' kids can be funded with those property taxes they pay. So all you guys out there, this is real. Like this is a living thing. Like this is happening every day. Schools are being redlined or segregated by areas. It's not by schools too. If you got a predominantly black school, then we know what's going to happen. We know that school is going to look like it should have been tore down 10 years ago. Rainier Beach is a prime example. Aki Karosi Middle School is a prime example. Mercer Middle School is a prime example. Those are all three schools. Two of them are, two are middle schools, one's a high school, and those are all in the south end of Seattle, which is predominantly black. You see the problem in that? But guess what? You go to Bishop Blanchette, and I bet you their field is nice. Their school is nice. Eastside Catholic, their school is nice. O'Day's school is beautiful. But guess what? That's because people own property in those areas to pay for that school. Mostly white people, to be exact. So how do we solve that problem? How do we all solve that problem? That's one way. What's another way we solve that problem? What else? Come on, spit it out. Group effort, spit it out. Let's hear it.
Allow people to decide where their tax money goes and what school.
Bam. Listen. All those are valid. Those are all things you can do. Those are all things you can do. Definitely defunding the police first, for sure. That's got to happen. That needs to happen this year and for the coming years to come. Period. But it starts at the schools. It definitely starts at the schools. My mother told me when she was in elementary school, they had like skills and trades in the schools.
Yep.
Guess what they have in the schools today? Not a dang thing. I ain't rapped it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a human being. I'm regular smeggler. I'm sorry. But there's nothing there to help these kids or teach them anything from early learning till now. There's nothing there. There's no trades. There's no skills that they learn. No specific set of skills that actually help them out here. All they care about is standardized tests, and they're barely teaching them how to pass those. Because let's be real, the majority of the kids that fail those tests are black kids. Because they weren't taught properly. Because their schools are underfunded. Oh, let's not even start with the homeless crisis here. Boy, it's been, over 50 years we've been trying to solve this problem here in Seattle? Dang, 50 years? That's half my life. Half my life they've been trying to solve homelessness here. Like, literally I'm half of what they've been them years. But we can still fund this police department, but we can't use some of this property we got or some of these precincts you plan to close anyways and turn them into something for black homeless people or black homeless youth. The youth jail is a perfect example. You can turn that into that youth jail. 5 years? Nah, bro, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna make your money back and say, okay, now we'll tear it down or we'll get rid of it. No. Do it now. Finish building it. Actually, you really can finish building it and repurpose it to be a safe haven for homeless black youth. Like, that's one idea, like right there, literally. In their community where they feel safe. That's somewhere inside their community where they can feel safe. They don't have to go outside their community for that. Why should this black kid have to go outside their community to get help from their community? Come on now, that makes no sense. Me, for example, I've been to prison before. Like, I went through the federal penitentiary system. I've done that. I went through that Education Street prison pipeline. I've done that. Some of us here have done that. Let's be real. And it's because we didn't, if I had the opportunity to join the union when I was 18 in high school, I'd have been halfway to retirement right now. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. But I didn't get that opportunity until I was like 24, 25. And that's cool. It's better late than never. But let's not be late than never for these kids now. Let's be on time for them. Let's be on time for these kids now. Like, I don't know what everybody else's agenda or what everybody else got going on. I know what I care about these black kids. I love these black kids and I care about these kids. Like, that is my life right there. Like, you got to speak life into these kids and give them something outside of what they know. Like, all you allies here, for example, y'all could literally go to these black neighborhoods and volunteer your time. Don't get paid for it. Volunteer your time. And show these kids that somebody other than who looks like them cares about them. Without money. Without doing it for money. Don't do it for money. Do it for free. Because you care. Show them that somebody other than somebody that looks like them cares for them and wants to spend time with them and genuinely spend time with them. Because they'll remember that. They'll remember that. They'll remember that more than money, clothes, shoes, anything. They'll remember that time you spent with them. See, because if you spend time with them while they're young, the older they get, they'll learn something different. Then you keep them out of the prison system, you keep them from being homeless. I mean, that's just 2 ways to interrupt that pipeline right there. Literally. 2 whole ways to interrupt that pipeline. There's more than 2 ways to interrupt that pipeline, but I just gave you 2. Like, some of you guys probably know this, like, I'm just like newly learning stuff, all these numbers into my head, like, bro, I can spit them out on the wall right now. But I read something the other day that said it would take about $20 billion to end homelessness in America. And then that it would also take $34 billion to make college free in this country. But yet, instead of doing either one of those things, how about doing both of those things? Instead of doing both of those things, they spend over $100+ billion into these police forces.
And military.
That too. But you have the means to end homelessness in this country, and you're choosing not to. It's not a forcing, you're choosing not to. You're choosing not to give these kids an education. You're choosing to let people keep being homeless. That's a choice at that point. Because now you've been had the means. They know this. This country has the means to do it. Seattle has the means to do it. Seattle has the means to end homelessness in this city, but choosing not to. Like, they tell us, oh, they can't move funds from here, they can't move funds from there, it has to be like this. That is not true. Because if I'm correct, they moved some money around with that beverage tax stuff to move it to somewhere else. Almost $500,000 of that beverage tax money went towards something else that you took out of that though. So don't say you guys can't move money around from other places, because you can. But don't cut health care, don't cut mental services, don't cut education, cut the police department. They have officers that make over $400,000 a year. Some of them make $500,000 a year or more. By a show of hands, who makes that much money a year? Like literally by a show of hands, who makes that? None of us? None of us. Wow, that's crazy. So how does our police officers that are supposed to be serving us make more money than us?
Yeah.
And we're paying for it though. Like, how does that work? How does that really work? Like, come on now, like, something ain't right there. Oh, that's right. That's because they take $306 million of that 409 and spend it paying themselves instead of funding stuff that needs to be funded and changing things in this city. Let's be real. They're talking about these budget cuts are going to cost them 50% of their majority of their BIPOC officers. No. Start with those racist cops, those racist white males that have the seniority that you're trying to keep. Start there. Start there with those racist white men that you're trying to keep that have seniority. Because that's what's going to determine who gets cut as seniority. And it's the ones with seniority that are out here committing the crimes. So start there. Like, come on, man. And they can specifically say where money has to go, or we don't have the, we have to put it here, we can't put it there, we can't specifically say this, we can't specifically, bull crap. Because Amazon, that Amazon tax we just got, $240 million, $133 million of that goes to affordable housing. Specifically, $18 million of that, at least a year, goes to affordable housing for black working class families and low income families in the Central District, specifically. So when they say they can't specifically say where that money goes, you tell them they're lying. You tell them specifically, you are a liar. Specifically. Since we're being specific, you know? Specifically, you are a liar, because specifically, we just did it with Amazon. Just saying. Logistics, man. Logistics. I'm telling y'all, it's logistics. They use numbers to try to confuse us. Numbers confuse people, because most people aren't good with numbers. I'm good with numbers, trust that. You can't confuse me. I pay attention. Like, let's be real. You can't keep oppressing the people that are paying your salaries and expect them not to stand up and fight for themselves. That day, this day was coming one way or the other. Whether George Floyd died or not. Like, let's be real. This day of reckoning was coming. This was coming one way or the other. It just came. It just got dropped in our lap during the pandemic. And then it changed the world. So here we are now. Now we're at the point where we can actually take half of that budget from them and reallocate those funds to black communities specifically. Central District, the South End, White Center, you can specifically say those areas. Amazon proved that. The Amazon tax proved that. Like, it's not enough to just say Black Lives Matter anymore. It's not enough. Come prove that. Come stand up and call public comments. Come stand up and come out here and do these things. Come stand up and do what you gotta do to prove that Black Lives Matter. It's not enough to just say it anymore. Everybody picks a side right here, right now. It's that simple. Everybody has to pick a side. Like, for real. Like, this is real. Like, this is what we need for our communities. Black communities. We need this. This is us. Yes, it benefits all people, but it needs to benefit these black kids first. Before it trickles down the, they say things roll downhill. That's fine, but start up there at the top with the black kids first. Like, for real. Like I said, we are all still or were working class people before this pandemic. So there should be no reason why we have to, some of us were living paycheck to paycheck trying to figure out how they were going to pay their bills even before the pandemic. It's even worse now. But they don't care about us. They don't care that black people are going to be ones that suffer the most when this is all said and done. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, they still get paid. Well, see, here's the difference. We come beat our feet to the streets every day to make sure we get paid. Beat your feet to the streets.
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 Literally, we are doing that literally so we get paid first before them. Black people get paid first before them. Because listen, we gotta live too, do we not? We have bills we have to pay too, and let's be real. If Isley didn't extend their renter memorandum, guess who was getting kicked out first? Black single moms, to be exact. I think the percentage is 31.2% or something like that. It's correct, trust me. I'm good with numbers. Trust me. But you see the problem there, though? I think it's only like let's be real. We make up 6.9 or 7.1% of the population. I'm pretty sure this went up. So why are we living double-digit numbers below the poverty rate if we don't even make up double-digit numbers of the population? We make up literally 7.1% of Seattle's population. That's 780-some-thousand people just in Seattle alone. And only 7.1% of them are black. But yet, black people live 30.6% below the poverty rate. Those numbers don't match up if you ask me. It's called redlining, racial segregation, Oh, we can't live in the North End because they want single-family homes up there, so we're going to push you guys south. We're going to push you guys to the suburbs. They create poverty, literally. This system that is in place creates poverty. It is meant to create poverty, and it has been like that since the beginning of time. If you guys didn't know that, now you do. But yeah, look, man. If you ain't here for Black Lives Matter and to change stuff for black people, then you're in the wrong place and you shouldn't be here. Because this is not one of those, I'm just here because I'm here. Nah, bro. That's not how it works. You got to be here and show up and stand up and fight back with us. Period, if you're going to be here. That's it. That's all I got.
genuinely love this level of support. First of all, I'm True with the Evening March, one of the organizers. Thank everybody for being here. I can't express that enough because I've been organizing since my first time that I ever led a march was in 2016 when Keith Scott was shot. Rest his soul. That was the gentleman who was killed in North Carolina, just blocks away from where I lived. I'm an original Seattleite. Foster care threw me around the world. I'm sorry, America. But I found my way home after getting myself emancipated from doing like a small stint in juvenile, where I got my GED and came back to Seattle and tried to make myself a man ever since. But importantly, I'm a father first. I'm just as average as anybody here. Some people may know me as quite a troublemaker, and I'm trying to restore my balance in life before I pass. So nobody's perfect. And our goals here is to unite the community because the community divided can't stand, and unity makes a community. So it's that simple. What we've done is amazing, and like I said, this number of support, I don't know, maybe it was because people had cabin fever due to COVID and being pent up in their house and felt like they could come out all of a sudden because there was a lockdown. But regardless of what made this happen, it's happening. And we need to keep this momentum. We need to keep educating each other. We need to keep loving and supporting one another so that this movement continues to grow no matter what. Because there shouldn't be no division between anything. And together, you guys see that this city's come together, and we've made it this far to the point, come Wednesday, there's going to be a major vote, and it's going to go in our favor. Because we did the work. When it comes to an investment, people want to donate to black causes and say, oh, I've done something because I went to a march or I put money into bail funds. That don't mean nothing. That's monetary. If you're not investing your time, something you're not going to get back, then you're just doing it for bragging rights and for any other clout purpose. And that's not what it's about, because my kids would love to be with me every day, but I'm here making sure that my community's protected and these women have their platform so that they can excel. Because if there's going to be change in this great country that's to be great after we're done rearranging things, a woman of color that's gay and disabled is going to have to take the place of John Hancock and write in that next Constitution. Yeah. Otherwise, there will be no change. So I have to say it. And again, I was blessed with having daughters first, so I was educated through them because my children have taught me so much. I love, like I said, my community for coming out here and supporting this. If you guys know, I always talk about what we did in 1999 with the WTO riots. Like that, it affected the world's economy. The 1% was afraid of Seattle, and they are again. You got Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates right here, and they're shivering. They're trying to cop anybody they can from our city council behind our backs to try to get them to go against anything that we try to do progressively in the most progressive city in the world that I've ever seen. Because we go to other places and we see that they can't arrange the way that we do with all of our allies and our fighters. And I like to say that there's a difference. Because some people say Black Lives Matter, other people fight for Black Lives that matter. Yep. I don't know, I'm not trying to say anything to offend nobody, I'm just putting it out there from my experiences that taught me in life. So again, I do a lot of work, and I don't want to put this out there to advocate for them now, but just about my background. What got me saved is I came out of prison and was homeless and didn't want to stay in the streets no more because I wanted to be a better example for my children. So I tried to get myself better, and I found an organization here called Youth Care, and they helped me get to where I'm at today. I'm gonna shout out a man from that organization named Joe. He's a white man. He's not your average Joe though, okay? Well, no, he gave me a platform that allowed me to be here today. If it wasn't for him, I would have never started ever coming out to these platforms. So I gotta give it credit where credit's due, because I'm not gonna take from that man. He gave me, he shouted out to me one time that I'm doing okay for a young man of color. For him to recognize that and be comfortable enough to tell me that, to understand his privilege, to realize where I'm at in life, says a lot about this fighter. So again, if we have more people like that out here, because again, when you have a person of color who's not used to dealing with white people, I've been on public record fighting for our city's budget committee workers. In 2019, we helped get the budget passed for not contractors and a lot of other people in Seattle who don't get the increase that Seattle Police Department does. They get a standard 2%, no matter how inflation goes or what recession or what pandemic or what revolution's being fought, they're guaranteed a 2% increase, and we're stopping that. But I've been trying to stop that since 2019. So like I said, to see this level of support out here fighting for the community is so beautiful. And Seattle, keep it up, because we're winning, they're hearing us, and it's every day.
Every day!
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Thank y'all so much. I love you.
Hello, my name is Katie. I help organize with EDM the Everyday March, specifically the morning march. 8 a.m. If you haven't been there, wake the frick up and get out there because Black Lives Matter all the time, okay? Not just when the feds are here, not just when city council members are coming to finally talk to us, not just when it's on the news. Black Lives Matter all the time, and that's point blank period. I walk by a lot of houses around here that have Black Lives Matter signs on them. A lot more houses I walk by than I see people out here on the streets, and that doesn't make sense. Make that make sense to me. I'm gonna keep it as short as possible. I just want to say, we will defund SPD. That's point blank period. We will defund SPD. And it's not a threat, it's a promise. If it doesn't happen, we'll get it by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Afraid of a couple of sticky notes. I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that. Scared of sticky notes. I could imagine if we don't defund SPD, what might happen. It's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who's telling me this, but I don't know it, didn't see shit, don't know shit. Finally, I just want to say also that it's all Black lives that matter, not just the ones that you like, not just the ones that entertain you, not just the ones that you see on the street, not just your token Black friend. It's all Black Lives Matter. I understand that we only make up 14% of the population in Washington as a whole. And it sounds kind of crazy to be fighting for 14%, but those 14% matter. And those 14% built this country. Their ancestors built this country. So if anybody should matter, it's that 14%. Because nothing would be here. Any of you, any people with wealth, any people with a house, you would not be in that, would not have that money if it wasn't for those who were oppressed. Every single dollar, as much as it doesn't make sense right now, but every single dollar, every single piece of land, every single thing that your family has is from the backs of our ancestors, my ancestors, and the other Black people around us. It's from having your knee on our necks for the last 462 years and counting. Actually, we're stopping counting. It stops at 2020. And as much as people want to say that 2020 is the year that was canceled because the pandemic, because this and that, it's the year of change and we're just getting started. So as many people as I see out here today, I need to see that tenfold. This is again a city of 700,000 people. And over 700,000. And when we first got out here the day after George Floyd's murder, why did I see 60,000 people on a silent march screaming Black Lives Matter, but I only see up to 200 people out here every single day? Now I'm saying you don't have to be out here every single day, but get your friends and family out here and take some shifts. Okay? We don't need you personally out here every day, but we need somebody you know. We need 2 of your friends out here. Take a break, but you need to have a replacement in your position if you're going to take a break. Okay? So are we all in here for the long haul? Are we all in this for the long haul? Are we in here for the long haul? I need to see moving back there. I need to see your mouths moving back there. Yes. Because they will try to play with us. Let me tell you, they like to drop breadcrumbs. Oh, we're gonna do this in 5 years. Cute. I want it now. They like to drop breadcrumbs, like we're gonna defund the SPD by 50% for this year. But why have I been hearing? Why do the 4 points only add up to $13 million? $3 million. I've heard different amounts, but none of them equate to 85 million. Make that make sense. They're gonna leave that until the very end, until Monday. We'll find out. So we gotta keep the pressure on. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Repeat after me back there. Repeat after me. We will Defund. SPD. By any. Means. Necessary. All right, much love, much love.
Hi, my name is Tati. I'm one of the organizers for the evening march. I'm a little shy because I don't recognize a lot of the people's faces out here. It's not my normal family. When it's an everyday evening march, I can yell and scream and cry and laugh, and I'm so comfortable. But there are a lot of people out here that I don't recognize, so excuse me if I mess up. Hello. Early chop days, I was out there with some friends, and I didn't know what to do. I reached out to a lot of organizations trying to find out what to do because I was tired. I've been tired of this shit. I have a potty mouth as well, but I've been tired of this shit, and I didn't know what to do, and I found some girls that were at CHOP, and we came together, and then we met TK, and then we met Katie, and then we met Mara, Isaiah, everyone, and it's become this great thing, and it's become this unstoppable thing. We are literally unstoppable. I don't have a doubt in my mind that we will get all of our demands met, like Katie said, by any means necessary. And the way I see this happening is every day, all day. And I don't mean marching every day. I tell you guys this all the time. You do not need to march every day, but when you're at home taking that break, you can be doing something to help. You can be spreading awareness on the internet. You can be talking to people, telling them to come out here. You can be donating. You can be volunteering. You can be doing your homework so that you're not ignorant anymore. There is so much to do. When we say all day, every day, I don't mean marching all day. Even though most of us are marching all day. We got the morning march, picketing, postering, evening march. So some of us are out here all day. But it's thinking about Black lives all day, every day is what we need to be doing. Because that's how we're going to get change. You should be brushing your teeth and chanting the demands. Because that's the new one. When you brush your teeth, chant the demands. So you can't say, I do that. But that's, when you're washing your hands, sing or chant the demands, however. But I'm really happy that we have gotten to a point that this is actually a promise that is going to happen, but I'm going to say that it is going to happen. If it does not happen this week, it will happen because we are unstoppable and we are fighting hard as fuck for this. I want to remind you guys that I know there are a lot of communities in need right now, but none of them as in need as the Black communities. So when they talk about where this money is going to go, it needs to go to Black communities. And since this is the SPD, this needs to go to the South End, this needs to go to the CD, and this needs to go to West Seattle, where those Black communities are, because we're talking about SPD. It needs to go to those communities. We need to rebuild our communities, because I'm a Seattleite. But I was pushed out because it's expensive as fuck to live out here. But I'm a Seattleite. I was born and raised, born 2 streets or 2 blocks up. And it's not okay. My community does not look the same. And it was already getting fucked up when I was born, but it does not look the same. So with that $85 million, they need to rebuild our communities. They need to make better schools. They need to give us better health care. They need to take liquor stores out. They need to put better grocery stores. They need to give us better options. They need to fix it. And I know some people are like, why do they need to fix it for you guys? Because you guys did it. You guys did it. You guys brought us here. You guys brought my ancestors here, and you guys did this. So we are going to defund SPD. We are going to rebuild our communities. And we're coming for so much more. Right now, we only have 5 demands. But after that, we're still going to be in the streets because there is so much more to do. There is so much more to do. Does everybody here know the demands?
Yeah.
All right, let's, just in case there are people sitting here that don't know it, goes, defund SPD, how much?
50% at least.
And where should that money go?
To Black communities.
3, who should you free?
All the protesters.
Don't forget, number 4.
No new youth jail.
What do we want for number 5?
Lenny Durkin to resign.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
there are so many people out here. I'm gonna wait till they go back. I love that there are so many people out here, but again, I said there are so many faces that I don't recognize. A lot of faces that I don't recognize. And I would like that to change. I would like to start recognizing your faces at our marches. There is literally no excuse. If you are here today, you could either come to the morning march. You can go picket. You can come to the evening march. Or you can set something up. You can find a way to support. Because there are a lot of organizations trying to help Black lives. But as far as I know, this is the only one that's beating their feet to the streets. The only one that's pressing the issue harder than anyone has lately. The only one that's going to doors and saying, this is what I demand and I'm not going to take anything less. And I want everyone here to be a part of that. Exactly, not one less. I want everyone to be a part of that. I want, this is not something to say I did this, but you should be able to tell your grandkids or your kids, I did something right. I took a step and I helped out. It doesn't need to be a clout thing. It doesn't have to be like, here's my picture, this is what I did. It needs to be, I went out for X amount of days, I signed petitions, I put the pressure on, and I helped. That's something you should all want to do. Because why? Because you care about Black lives. That's all I have to say. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Don't forget to sign up for Seattle Public Comments tomorrow and tell them to defund SPD by 50% and reallocate those funds to Black communities. Please make sure you're saying Black communities. Please do not say communities. It is not communities. It's Black. I'm going to get a button every time I hear somebody say communities. I'm going to fuck Black communities because that's how it's supposed to be. Thank you.
Okay, excuse me for any nervousness I may have. Hi, my name is Nicole. I am one of the organizers of the evening march, and I am so happy to be here today and see all of these faces, whether they're faces I recognize or not. Just the amount of people that are out here right now, it is so important because we've got an important message to send, one voice, one group, one message, and that's something that we need to continue doing. I did want to speak briefly about how I know a lot of people tend to only come out when there's a promise of feds and tear gas and just a lot of commotion happening, and that is not you supporting Black lives. I will tell you that right now. If you only come out here because we're going to get geared up and there's going to be some shit that starts and you want to be ready for that, you are not supporting Black lives. You need to be out here right now.
Yeah.
Because I know that on Saturday, when everyone knew that things were going to pop off in some way, this whole entire corner was filled with bodies. 5,000 people. You see 5,000 people around here? No? And that's a fucking problem, okay? That is a problem. There's so many things wrong with that. If you are going to show up for Black lives, you need to show up for Black lives, even if 5,000 people aren't showing up for Black lives. You need to be out here every day, okay? Beating your feet to the streets with us every fucking day. People have jobs. I get it. You got a job. Well, guess what? We have options. We have the morning march. We have the picketing around, noon? Picket for Change is around noon to 3. And then at 7 p.m., we have our evening march. So don't tell me you got work, because I do too, okay? And I'm still out here as much as possible. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
All day.
Every day.
All day.
Every day.
But something that I definitely wanted to speak on is we are here because this is the rally for defunding the police, okay? Is that one thing we can all agree on, is that we need to defund SPD by 50% at least, okay? And we're not stopping there. So those funds, they need to go to our Black communities, as my fellow organizers have gotten up here and explained to y'all. So I hope I don't have to explain it again. they need to go to black communities. Because these are the same communities that are getting terrorized by the police. So why do they have all of that money? They don't deserve it. They're not doing their job. And another thing I want to make so clear is that defunding is not where we stop. We want abolishment. You understand that? We want abolishment. Because many people may not know, but this system, when you really think about it and you look at the history, the system is not broken. This system is doing exactly what it was built to do.
Yep.
The origin of the police was to terrorize and capture black people and natives, okay? That was where it came from. That was the main point. And they do that to this day. Policing, racism is in the foundation of policing. So that's why we strive and we will get abolishment.
Yeah.
That is the only way that we can ensure that our communities, because the thing is, these black communities and these brown communities need to have a number that they can call when things are going wrong.
Yes.
And they need to have a guarantee that that call won't end in somebody dying. Okay? Like that, I don't understand why that is such a wild concept to some people, but it really is. And just because you personally have never experienced any kind of prejudice from police officers or discrimination from police officers, it doesn't mean it's not an issue. Just because it doesn't happen to you, it doesn't mean it's not your problem too. And that needs to stop. This is something you need to educate everybody on. Educate yourself, educate your husband, your wife, your partner, your children, your uncles, your aunties, your grandparents. Because we know our older generations can be a little bit foggy when it comes to this area. Because as you go backwards and backwards and backwards, things like this where police are just senselessly killing and abusing black people, it was normal back then. It was normal. It's just what happened. Like I said, it was their main job. That's what they were supposed to do. But we're tired. Have been tired. Been tired for how many years, Katie? 462, you said? 462 years of being tired. This needs to end right now. And that's why we are here, and that's why we are fighting together. Excuse me. I need a second. So, as Tati has said, this isn't something that you don't need to be out here beating your feet to the streets every day. Like Katie said, have someone take your shift and do your work that you can do at home. You can be signing petitions. You can be spreading information. You can be educating the people around you who are obviously ignorant. And you also need to normalize cutting off those people who stay ignorant, okay? Can we normalize that right now? Because in a world full of easily accessible resources, ignorance is a fucking choice.
Yes.
It's a fucking choice. We're telling you everything you need to know. You've got everything. Like TK says, Google is a motherfucker. Google can tell you so many things. I'll tell you right now, so many things. So if you're sitting around here and you're like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why they're marching. I don't know what they're marching for. I don't know why it's so important to them. You're choosing to stay in the dark.
Yeah.
Look up TK. And you'll find out why. There are so many options for you. And if you ever feel alone in a time like this, because I know many people, specifically friends that are close to me, who have literally lost family members because of their silence to this movement. You've lost family members, you've lost friends. Well, take a look around right now. This is a big ass family if you ask me. This is all the family I need if you ask me. Because we've got each other's backs. At the end of the day, we've got each other's backs. And these are people who know the message that you are trying to spread. And we will continue to fight together to get the justice that is needed. And it's needed now. When?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
And when do we want it?
Now.
Say now. Now.
Now. Now. Now. Now. Now. Now.
Say now. 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 And whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
I know we haven't even started marching yet, but like I'm getting all hyped up. Excuse me for getting too excited. But I just want to close off by thanking every single one of you for being here. All of you that I see recording this, thank you for recording. This is very important. All of our streamers, I want to thank you so much because you are the true media, the actual true media, because you are posting the truth. You are showing what's actually going on here. If y'all go turn on CNN, you go turn on Cairo or Como, that is not what's going on here. I will tell you that right now. And if you have family members that are concerned or confused, tell them to show up. Tell them to pull up. You want to know what's happening? Come through. Join us. Join us. Slide on us. It's not that hard. We welcome everyone. That's everything I've got to say. Actually, I want to go through the chants one more time just because I want to make sure everyone's got it. So, defund SPD, how much?
15% at least.
Defund SPD, how much?
15% at least.
Because whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Said whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Where should that money go?
To black community.
And where should that money go?
To black community.
Cause whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
3, who should you free?
All the protesters.
3, who should you free?
All the protesters.
Cause whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Don't forget number 4.
No new youth jail.
Don't forget number 4.
No new youth jail.
Cause whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
What do we want for number 5?
Jenny Durkin to resign.
What do we want for number 5?
Jenny Durkin to
Cause
resign.
whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
And if anybody ever asks you why you're out here, it's those 5 demands right there. That's why we are here. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you.
Can we all like admire the fact that somebody back there on them drums is busting? I heard them. I got good hearing. I heard them drums. They busting back there, whoever it is. Shout out to you, whoever you are. So next up, listen, I ain't really one for like public speaking to be real with y'all, but like I do
Whatever.
this anyways. Okay, maybe not publicly introducing people. I'm not good at this part right here, but like the next person that's coming on this mic, we all know her. You know, we've all. Some of her, she's probably some of the reason why all y'all is here. Let's be real, like you know what I'm saying.
No.
Let's just be real about it. Let's just be concretely real with ourselves for one moment. Some of us all want is the reason why y'all showed up. Let's be real. No, don't lie. Some of y'all showed up for us, but like some of y'all seen that flyer, seen that name, was like, oh yeah, we're coming. And Black Lives Matter. Like, let's come on. It's okay. It's okay. I still love y'all all the same because she deserves to be shown up for. You feel me? So it's okay. It is okay. You know. She's fought for this city, for the people in this city, for the working class black people and indigenous and brown people in this city for 6, 8 years now. Come on now. It's okay for you guys to show up for her. That's fine. That's okay with me. Trust me. Like, she deserves it. So you guys make sure you guys give her your undivided attention. You give her a warm welcome to Shama Sawan.
Sisters, brothers, siblings, Black Lives Matter. I want to thank those of you who helped organize this rally and who have been organizing the Everyday March every day. Guess what? The Everyday March is every day. After having won the historic Amazon tax on the largest businesses in our city to fund housing and services, our movement in Seattle is helping to bring the call to cut police budgets by at least 50% to the forefront nationally. And of course, our movement is very clear. We want to defund the police department by at least 50% immediately and invest those funds in black and brown working class communities. Seattle activists heroically occupied Capitol Hill at the East Precinct following vicious attacks on protesters and have used that occupation to bring forward our movement's demands. Progressive rank-and-file union members, black, white, all races, successfully kicked the Seattle Police Officers Guild out of the Labor Council. They did that, and I speak as a rank-and-file member of the Teachers Union myself, and then you know TK is a rank-and-file member of the Laborers Union. They did that, we did that, because we know, as the labor movement, that an injury to one is an injury to all. Because regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation, we all have and must have a stake in building a society free of police violence and racism, sexual violence and bigotry. As one of the speakers before me said, it doesn't matter whether you face it, it should matter to you building a society free of those evils. And as a labor movement, we understand that without that kind of unity, we will never be able to fight against the economic exploitation that we all face under capitalism. And capitalism is a police state. And in addition to fighting for the reforms we are fighting now, like defund, we also have to raise the vision of a different kind of society entirely, because we will never be able to completely end oppression or like racism or sexual violence on the basis of capitalism. And just over a month ago, Seattle's Justice for George Floyd movement won another historic victory when the City Council voted unanimously on this ordinance from my office to ban police use and purchase of militarized weapons such as tear gas, flashbangs, and blast balls. We know what's happened since then. Last Friday, a federal judge shamefully ruled that these weapons can continue to be used by Seattle police. Fuck that. It was particularly chilling that this came in tandem with Trump sending federal agents like an occupying army in Seattle, Portland, and other cities. And let's not forget that Mayor Durkin and Seattle police, who pretend to be on the other side from Trump, have been equally adamant in wanting to use these militarized weapons with impunity. This setback, look, this is real. We're serious about building a movement, right? So we have to take stock of what's happened. This setback on our ban on on the so-called non-lethal weapons is a reminder to us that this system is simply not built for us, and that the establishment will make every attempt to undermine and roll back what we do with. So we have to keep fighting. I just wanted to share, I don't know how many of you know these statistics, but in the first 12 days of the George Floyd protests in Seattle, do you know how much Seattle police spent on overtime? $6.3 million in 12 days. And what were they doing with that overtime?
They're gassing us.
They were gassing us.
War
They were blowing
crimes.
up flashbang grenades. And you know, in that same period, you know how much NYPD spent? $115 million policing the protest. So we are dead serious when we say that we want at least 50% cut to the police budget now. Not next year, now. Just like we need the new U jail shut down now, not 5 years from now. Now, I just wanted to clarify, and I want to go over the budget aspects as well. I mean, in addition to the 5 demands you have all laid out, which Socialist Alternative, my political organization, and my office is in complete solidarity with, I wanted to use these few minutes I have with you to also go over what's happening with the budget. And I want to be clear that the City Council usually debates the budget for next year in the autumn of the previous year. So what's happening right now is not a debate or vote on the budget for next year. This is an unusual situation where the City Council is discussing budget in the summer, which has never happened in my 6 years in the City Council. And do you know why we are being forced to do this? Because we are in a massive recession. And because of the overwhelmingly regressive tax in our city and state, that also means that when people lose jobs in a big way, it means public revenues fall down, because most of the revenues come from overtaxing poor people and working class people rather than taxing big business. So, I'm sorry this sounds a little technical, but it's important for us to be clear what exactly we are demanding right now. So right now, the City Council is going to be voting in this summer, before the summer break, we'll be voting on what to do about the budget that's in shambles right now for the rest of this year, for 2020. So right now, what our movement is demanding is cut the remainder of this year's budget for SPD by 50%. Right now. And then when we come back from the summer break in September, we have to fight to cut the budget by 50% for next year. So one of the main tactics of the political establishment under capitalism, because they serve not our interests, but they serve the interests of the already extremely wealthy. So one of the main tactics, as we know, is delay, delay, delay. Why? Because they don't want this decision to be made when the movement is stronger on the street compared to their ability to water down the legislation in the back rooms.
Yep.
It's a very common tactic. I have seen this countless times. So they will, every time, it doesn't matter what the issue is, every time they will say, we can't rush into this. We need to do this thoughtfully. I'm not making this up. This is actually what happens. So we need to be prepared for what we can expect from the Democratic Party establishment in the coming days. And yes, it is absolutely credit to our movement that we have forced 7 council members to say publicly that they support defunding. We should absolutely recognize that as something that happened because of the strength of the movement. But I have seen so many times, and I'm already starting to see now, where there are promises, all kinds of, grand speeches about how Black Lives Matter and we need to reimagine and whatever else. But when it comes down to dollars, that's when you see everything changing. That's when you see all kinds of creative reasons why this can't be done right now. So, what we have seen, since my office first began in 2014, we started organizing the People's Budget, where we have fought to fully fund social services, to tax business and the rich, big business and the rich. And every year, long before this movement, we were fighting to defund the police. And unfortunately, every year, the majority of the council rejected these proposals because there was no movement. That is why the movement is everything. Yes, absolutely. Without a movement on the street, we don't win. We only won the Amazon tax because we fought for it by building a movement. And we will only win this in the same way. And so, what has happened in the last 6 years? 2 years ago, every council member except for me voted yes on a racist police contract.
Boo!
Last year, every council member except for me voted to give police officers hiring bonuses to attract them to the force. This was literally the words they used to attract them. Yes, it is. So, try not to say. So, my point is that those same council members who took those votes are now the ones saying, yes, we will defund by 50%. So, it's not a question of thinking bad thoughts about them. It's a question of a political analysis. What do we think is going to happen if we are not, 100% clear with the city council what exactly we are looking for? So that's what this is about. So right now what is happening is, one, only my office has released the number of 85 million. No other council office is willing to commit to that number right now. And we found that number because my staff calculated that number from looking at the overall 2020 budget of the police, then taking the what applies to 5 months, because August to December is 5 months, cutting that number by half, 85 million. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Right? Math is not hard. But no other council office has been willing to commit to that, and I don't expect that they would do it anytime soon. And one of the arguments they are using, and these are the arguments they have used with us privately, they are not saying this publicly, and my duty is to share what is said privately, publicly. Because my loyalty is not to the establishment, it is to the people who are fighting. So, they're saying, this is an argument they've made, that, well, we can't, how did you come up with the 85 million number? Because we don't know how much the Seattle police have left over, because maybe they spent more than, 170 million, which is, twice 85 million. You know what our response is to that? Well, I don't care how much the Seattle police spent. Maybe, just maybe they should not have spent $6 million tear gassing us in 12 days. So our movement does not care how much money they have left over. 50% of the rest of the year's budget is 85 million, and that's what we're going to be fighting for. So, the other thing they will say is that we can't do this because the Seattle Police Officers Guild is involved. They say many council members, though, including the ones who have promised, also claim that the city council cannot legally cut the Seattle police budget without getting agreement from the Police Officers Guild that it needs to be bargained with the guild and that it will take time. This is simply not true. Legally, this is not true. But there's a bigger point behind all of this. In every recession, what does the political establishment do? They thrust, in every recession, they thrust the burden of capitalism's crisis on public sector unionized workers who provide vital services to our society.
Yep.
They make brutal budget cuts, and then they force workers to accept mandatory furloughs and layoffs. They are not only getting ready to do that in this recession because it's a brutal recession, and they will carry out savage cuts against our workers, not the police, but the other workers. But when they do that, and when they have done that in the past, did they say it will take time to those unions?
No.
No. They said it needs to be done right now. And I don't care what you think and what workers are going to lose their jobs. We're going to have to do this right now. So in this right now, in the same breath that in the private discussions, the council members are saying, we can't do this because the guild has the right to protest these cuts. They have the right to bargain. We can't do anything until we invite them to the bargaining table. Well, I'm speaking as a member of the public sector teachers union, that when teachers' budgets are cut, we are never asked, is it okay with you? Because it's damn sure not okay with us.
Yeah.
And at the same time that they are saying this, they have already been responsible for making cuts to public transit, and bus drivers have lost their jobs. So it is very important, my fellow activists, that when we speak in public comment, you make this very clear, that we don't buy into these excuses that you can't do this because you're beholden to the guild, because they sure as hell weren't beholden to the unions who provide services for education and housing and for homeless people. And make it very clear that defunding SPD is not a budget cut to put the recession's burden on workers. Defunding SPD is about addressing gross injustices in our society. And of course, as always, whether or not we win and what we win will depend on how strong our movement is compared to the political establishment. Are we able to overcome them? That's why it is so crucial that you are all here, and that's why it's important that we keep fighting until this thing is voted. And it may not be August 3rd, the final vote may be on August 10th, I don't know. We just have to keep going until that, the thing is finally done. But now quickly, I know I've been going on, but let me quickly talk about the other demands. Can somebody give me that flyer that fell out of my hand? Thank you. So, if you look at this, on the red side of the leaflet, this infographic, we have a detailed mathematics of how you can cut $85 million from the Seattle Police Department. We have proposals for funding $50 million for affordable housing, and we can decide that democratically. Do we want to prioritize by neighborhood, by community? It doesn't matter. We are all for whatever the community wants. But it is about funding for $50 million affordable housing, $20 million for affordable housing, another for $3 million for community-based organizations. We are happy to change these numbers around, but this is a concrete proposal for how you can cut $85 million. And as I said, no other council office has come up with a concrete proposal. So my message to all the council members is, you have a better proposal than this? Fine, we will support that. But what we will not support is excuses for not defunding SPD by at least 50%. And the best way to set the stage for defunding SPD next year is to defund them for this year. It also, please note that it also includes something that TK mentioned, which is once the moratoriums on eviction are lifted, there will be a tsunami of evictions. We need both eviction defense and we need renter organizing, because at the end of the day, if we don't organize for a rent strike, we are not going to be able to save ourselves. One other thing I wanted to highlight, on these community demand side, make sure you look at that because those are important as well. For example, one of the things we're saying is eliminate the navigation team and sweeps entirely because they spend $6 million on evicting homeless people again and again. We also want to prohibit the Seattle Police or the City Attorney's Office from using public resources to prosecute protesters.
Yeah.
And we have a cap on all executive and police officer salaries. Does that all sound good? We got to fight for it. So I hope to see you all. First of all, you've got to sign up bright and early, 8 a.m. And when I say 8 a.m., I mean 8 a.m. You have to be ready to go online at 7:45, like this. And then when it's 8 a.m., you make sure you sign up, have your name on there. And tomorrow, we will have quite a bit of time for public hearing. But it doesn't even matter even if your name is not called, if the list is very long. What does matter is that you have shown up and that the council members see that there are 500 people who have signed up to talk about defund. That's what matters. And then, so tomorrow morning you sign up at 8 a.m. online, and then you join us at 9 a.m. for our online community meeting where we will go over some points about how we can really push for these demands. And tomorrow won't be the end of the road. As I said, it's probably going to drag on for another 10, 12 days. We've just got to keep at it. But every time the city council meets is important because they need to know the movement is not going anywhere. That's how we won the Amazon tax, because we built such a powerful movement with the kind of unity that Tristan, who was right here for a few minutes ago, Tristan was talking about. Without the kind of solidarity that we have right now in the working class for winning our demands, we will not win this. So let's continue building these marches. Let's continue building our movement. Let's win big this summer and then come back in the fall to win more.
Can we give her another round of applause, please?
There aren't many council members that are willing to work with us, even though all of our demands and all of our beliefs don't align completely with Shama. It's in the right direction that we all work together and try to get everything done that we want to get done together. There's been a lot of council members, a lot of articles about the Everyday March and what we've been doing. But I would just like to make something very clear, since there's a huge audience here and there are a lot of live streams. We are a peaceful protest. We do not do anything to destroy any type of property. We do not antagonize council members. And if spray painting the street and putting sticky notes by your door is a threat, you should fucking try being black.
Yeah,
Because
girl!
that's what the fuck is
Yeah! Yeah.
I would just like to make it clear that that is not what we do. And with that being said, we are about to march. We do have safety rules. First of all, if you are not black, if you are not black, I didn't say person of color, if you are not black, do not put other black people's lives in danger by destroying property, by fighting people. Black people out there, we are not going to stop you. I do not stand with it, but we have no right to tell black people how to grieve. So again, if you are not black and you are with us and you are here for black lives, do not put our lives at danger. If you are black, grieve how you want, baby. Do your thing. I'm not gonna do it. I didn't see shit, I don't know shit. But this, for the last month and 5 days that we have been out here, we haven't done anything that's not peaceful. I would just like to make that very clear. And we are close to getting 3 of our demands met, and we haven't done anything that has put anyone in harm's way. We tore the streets up probably from our feet being on them too much. That's it.
There is no, I would also like to say there is no right way to protest, but with this group specifically, that's not something we've been doing. So for safety, that was number one. If you are not black, do not do shit. If you are black, do your thing, but we're not gonna do it with you. Also, if there are people on the streets, do not antagonize them. There are people out here that come out to our march, we just hand them a flyer. That's how we handle that. If you're mad, get our demands met. That's how we handle that. That's what's been working so far. Also, if there are cars, this might sound like common sense to you guys, but it's not to everyone. If there are cars that are trying to come at us, do not run towards them, please. If you know about this group, we've been through a lot. And if you know about the organizers of this group, we will put ourselves between you and a car, and that puts our life at danger. If there is somebody with a gun, which is also something that has happened to us, you get on the other side of the gun. You don't go towards it, because then we have to come and put ourselves between you and the gun, you and a person, because we care too much, and we're not going to sit here and let anything happen to any of you. Even if this is your first time out here and we don't know you, we are still going to take that responsibility. If they came out here, they're with us, and we're going to protect them. So please do not make us have to do that. Can everyone agree on that?
Yeah.
Can everyone agree on that? Can we say, mind my business?
Mind my business.
Mind my business?
Mind my business.
So TK can mind hers?
So TK can mind hers.
And then Tati, Nicole, and Katie, and everyone else can mind theirs. That's how it works. You don't have to say that part. We are out here as a family, and I'm excited that there are so many of us, because that means we get to ruin more people's days that are racist, and they're going to have to hear so many more bodies screaming Black Lives Matter, and nothing's worse than hearing a bunch of people support Black Lives Matter when you're a racist. So y'all ready? Okay, don't get up yet, sorry. I was just asking if you guys are ready. We need to get our car brigade set up before we go, because we take safety extra serious. So 1 second.
Just another point, when it comes to safety, another thing that I really need everybody to pay attention right now. If anything does pop off, anything happens, there's someone with a gun, there's police officers that are chasing us with tear gas or whatever it may be, I need everyone to not scatter. I need everyone to stay together. Because as soon as we scatter, you are making it easier for them to get you. You are giving them everything they want on a silver platter. So wherever the group is, that's where you need to be. Do not follow the melanin, is what we say, okay? Where we are at is where you should be, okay? And when we go to handle a specific situation and there's another organizer telling you stay here, they got it, then you stay here because they got it, okay? So can we be on the same page with that as well? I know a lot of us want to run into the direction of whatever is happening. I understand it gets your attention. I understand you want to do whatever you can. But most of the time, you don't need to. You don't need to. So please look to us and listen to what we are letting you guys know, because it is for everyone's safety that we do that. We don't want to end up with any of you arrested. You know we got your back if you do get arrested, but we don't even want that to happen in the first place, okay? So we need to avoid that. One of our organizers for the Picket for Change is here and would like to say something, so let's switch off.
How's it going, everyone? So I rushed over here. I was watching the live stream. I was at work. I'm just a regular person. I care a little bit too much about Black lives and bringing this. I don't know if that's a thing, you know, but the picket's really important. We are at these federal buildings every single day. It's about 11 to 3 o'clock. You don't need me to be there. You can take your own sign. You can bring some of your friends. If you can't make it downtown, you can pick it in your neighborhood. It's very, very important to be visible out there. Even if it's only for 15 minutes, the amount of people that you can reach is very, very crucial, especially in this next week. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. We need numbers, we need bodies, please show up. That Instagram is picket4change Seattle. I need everyone out here to commit to coming to at least one. And if you can't, just go to your neighborhood, all right? Thank you.
So, my name is Cookies. I am security. Please mind your own business.
Yeah.
As a protester, let security do their job. I don't need more bodies involved than necessary. Does everybody got that? Yeah. All right. We're on the same page.
This is amazing! Oh my god, this event's amazing. Really quickly, I am part of like a sister kind of group that's the People's Assembly that will happen tomorrow at 5:30 at Cal Anderson. And it is a remnant of CHOP, but it's not CHOP. If you don't know what a People's Assembly is, it is direct democracy. It is a group conversation where people get to have discussions and then form working groups to work towards goals. Because a lot of what has happened is we're becoming more and more experienced in protesting, and there's a bunch of different groups doing a bunch of different things, and there's a bunch of leaders and people with really good ideas, but also the people need a voice. The people need a voice in a sort of like direct democracy discussion way that can then translate to other things. So the way a People's Assembly works is we choose topics and then we break off into little groups, and then we work towards goals. If you're curious, again, 5:30 tomorrow, Cal Anderson near the gardens. And yeah, if you can show up, it needs support. But also the morning march always needs more support, and the everyday march always needs I want to see more people like this group of people here. Can we get these numbers at the morning march? How many of y'all have been? Do you know the Instagram? Have you shouted out the Instagram? Morning March Seattle. If you do not have this group added to Instagram, but you use Instagram, Morning March Seattle, and then the evening Instagram is Seattle Evening March on Instagram, and you have to stay updated on their Instagram to know where they're going. So add them on Instagram.
Let me just piggyback off that. We're a group everyday march. The reason why we have 3 options is because we like options. Because we need y'all out here all the time. We don't like options. We don't want to be out here. We don't like to do this thing. We're not out here for shits and giggles to have a good time. No, we're out here for the betterment of Black communities. And we created the marches that we have so that y'all could have no excuses. So that your family and friends could have no excuses. If you work nights, come in the morning. If you work whatever, come on your lunch break down to the picket. There's options. Because Black Lives Matter every single day. So make sure you're following Seattle Evening March, Seattle Evening March and Morning March Seattle, and Picket for Change. And all the other organizations. Make sure you know who's working out here, who laid the framework. We're talking them, King County Equity Now, all of the people. We're just piggybacking off of everybody who's laid the framework, but we're the legwork. They may have laid out the framework for the last 8 years, but we're the legwork. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. 8 years, it wasn't about to change right now. If it wasn't for the movement that is happening right now, that youth jail was still going up. That youth jail was still gonna have people in it. It was not stopping. The jail down, just the normal King County jail, that wasn't going anywhere. Now that's on the table to end. The legwork is what matters. All of the work that matters. Every single lane needs to be occupied. Every single lane. On the streets, on the computer, at the desk, every single lane. We need the framework and we need the legwork. That's all I got.
3 more Instagrams. If you do not know what is happening at the Northwest African American Heritage Museum right now, do your homework. Also, Soul Type Child on Instagram is an important organizer to follow. And you can add me on Instagram, which is Sarah Tornay, SarahTornai, as well as Decriminalize Seattle. There's just a lot of different people doing really good work. There's no reason to not be involved in something.
All right, right, we're about to start getting ready to go. Our cars are almost positioned. If everyone wants to not go into the streets, but just like gather on that patch of, okay, go ahead, do it.
We all we got. We all we need. We all we got. We all we need. We all we need. We got our backs. We got our backs. We got our backs. We got our backs. All right, well, you got options to have our backs, so let's have our backs for real.
Woo! And everyone can just kind of get gathered over there in that big green patch or dying patch of grass over there, so we can let the cars know that we are ready. Add a little pressure. A little pressure never hurt nobody. TK.
Okay, so we are at Broadway and Pine. If you missed the speeches, which were amazing, come March. Broadway and Pine. This is a nightly march. Like a decent sized crew today. Shouts out to Bike Brigade, as always. Don't listen to this guy. He has a ton of allegations of rape in Tacoma and got ran out. We've had this conversation. Yes, I'm from Tacoma. Yes, he does. I'm a black woman, and I'm telling you that this guy's bad. And
I've known him for 7 years.
I don't care how long you've known him. I really don't. I'm telling you, this dude's bad.
And I'm telling you, it's all false.
Okay, we got a bootlicker here. We got, not you, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to her. And then we got David Wallace again out here. Whatever their fucking name is. David Lewis. Out here again, causing trouble. How many times are you? We don't need you. You've been working against it, and you're a Fed. Fuck off. Fed. I'm gonna crop in like Fed. Like perfect. Yeah. Bye, nigga. I've had this conversation with you like 10 times.
Sorry about that, on school.
No, not really. Good.
It's all right.
Acura of Linwood. Carter is community and integrity. Acura, performance, luxury, style. Visit us in person or shop 24/7 online at our express store with over 100 2020 MDX and RDXs. RDXs start at $40,825. The all-new Carter Acura of Linwood at CarterAcura.com. Carter Acura, performance inspired, community connected. $150 documentary service fee.
Take care. I love that you whacked him with the shoe. I love that you whacked him with the shoe. I was like, yeah, you did. It's like you're his fucking mom or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. What's up, guys? Hello. Hello. We're actually meeting in person again. How are you? Nice to meet you too.
You were featured. You were featured video and audio on Woke.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
That's so fun. I have no idea. Right now, Brad Fox, everyone. Wait, follow Brad Fox.
We can look. Maybe.
Do you want people to check out your live?
I'm just some queer to riot.
Okay. And then you're Rebel Baby, right? Rebellion Baby. Okay, check out Rebellion Baby too. All the streamers. We need these motherfucking people. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm Calypso Head on Facebook, Instagram. Calypso Head Streaming. Yep, I have a separate page. And that's that. I'm not gonna say my name. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
There's so much colorfulness happening.
I know the lighting was amazing today for the speeches. I was just like, yeah, on their hair too. I was like, yeah. I was like, it's a good day. It's a good day. Yeah. I know. Oh, man.
Shorter also like.
It's gonna be a good march today.
Also, no belts. Well, there's us.
Oh shit.
It looks like they switched to. They're down in Portland now, but yeah, they have like.
That is so funny.
Green, you, me.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That's why I have so many more
let's
people.
stream Inception on Woke.
Okay.
We'll wait until we
Gang.
They'll probably take it off.
Okay.
There we go. You can see. It's the late angle.
I'm hidden.
You'll see it in a
Yeah,
bit.
that's so funny. Well, I did have a good angle. That surprises me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I
you
like
had
the
a great
perfect
angle,
angle.
and you probably had the best since you were close. You had really good audio.
I need a laptop
So-
so I can fucking cut all this shit up.
Oh, I might be able to help you with that.
I have one possibly coming. You know how it is. It's
Yeah.
like people are working on it, but
Yeah.
everyone's busy and broke.
Yeah.
Hence the
Seriously,
literally busy and broke.
I need to do
Yeah.
unemployment. I haven't done unemployment in 8 weeks,
Oh, no.
and I was gonna do it today, but
You should. Then you'll get a big sum, right?
yeah,
Yeah, definitely do it.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
True.
I'm gonna take a half day.
True it. Do it. If you ever need Reiki, dude.
Oh
also-
yes,
Yeah.
I've never had it. I don't even really know what it is,
Oh,
but
it's-
I'm totally interested.
Yeah, no, just let me know.
Okay.
Whatever day you're gonna take off. I know it's hard to take a day off, so.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much available, and yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I wasn't planning on marching, obviously, as you can see. Okay, everyone. So.
I'll march. I'm gonna march.
No,
so.
I'm gonna march.
You are good.
Yeah,
okay.
just 'cause so many people are watching right now. I
Yes.
don't want to stop, you know. But
Yes.
I am not
He brought his slip. Still cool though. Still cool.
Flip flops, but we'll do it.
We'll do it.
So cool. Yeah, we'll stay in touch and
Yes, definitely.
let me know if there's things that I can do to support. You know what you need.
I'm pretty cool. Usually, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
enough like battery packs and
yeah,
stuff like that?
I believe I do. Yeah, I have 2 for now, and
Okay.
it's been cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a second phone though, because it's hard to keep in. Everyone's
Yes.
like, I can't answer
Yeah,
calls for
that's-
people
that's
and
why
stream. Yeah.
Who do you have provider-wise?
I have Verizon.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
darn, I have AT&T.
I can get-
'Cause I have my old 6 that was my comms phone. It's functional. It's just really slow.
It would just be for like calling.
Yeah.
shit,
And
yeah.
so now, yeah. So I do
I can
like
get
all
an
my
iPhone
messaging on
7
this.
for like $200 or
There you
something.
go.
I'm straight talk, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you around.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Ooh. A cap. Parameter. Yes, thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I made it just in time. It worked out.
I can be like low key too, you know?
PD. Let me get some of your art, man. My shit's blowing up. Support black artists. All right. He's out here working the streets. Yeah.
If we up at Friday, I still have it my way.
The homie.
Oh, diversity, something. Yeah.
let's go, let's go.
Let's come down so everybody can be able to get. Hey, listen, so go here, booty cheeks. We not on no perverted stuff. We just make get together tight. You make tight together. That's all that means, okay? Oh, that dude. Don't fall.
Please. He's a professional.
Oh, yeah, come on, let's move down some more, guys. Let's move down some more.
We got lots of people today.
Don't fall, Uncle Brad.
The elusive TK.
You gotta tell me you love me anymore.
Brad. Oh my God.
Yeah. Check your messages. Does it not say that? Yeah. Yeah. So, exactly. All right, I'm going to take my gimbal off since it's being not nice.
Gimbal life.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No one's ever in my way. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Well, I try to be respectful.
Yeah, I know. I'm same way. I'm just like, you know, people are gonna get in shots. Like it's, yeah, it is.
This is huge, guys.
Yes. You love to see it. You love to see it. We got a big group today.
It's nothing perverted on that. So enjoy me on yourself now. You go do shit that together with 20 things, it's not a perverted thing.
Tony doesn't know directions.
I am dyslexic, so please don't listen to me on directions, please.
Sorry, only verified streamers. You gotta talk to security. You know security? Okay.
Amazing.
You have 1 day pass.
White man give me permission.
Oh God.
Definitely wouldn't have been
Oh my goodness.
Woo! Car Brigade rolling through. These are the homies who keep us safe. Car Brigade. I have almost been hit so many fucking times. If it were not for these people, we could not be out here. Seattle pulls the fuck up. Let's go. Woo! All year! All year! All year! All year! Brad, you're so hardcore. You're so hardcore. No shoes? Oh, he's beating those streets. KKK, no racist USA. No racist USA. Fuck the police. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Kids in cages. Kids in cages. Thank you, security. Out the bars, into the streets. Out the bars and into the streets. Out of the bars and into the streets. Out of the bars and into the streets. Out of the bars and into the streets. March with us. Dude on the rollerblades is in like 2040. We're in like 2020. I just keep thinking that. I'm like, damn. Yeah, I know. Seriously, I'd be terrified. Me too. Terrified. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Every day. Love. 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 All year. All year.
Says someone is wearing Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh.
Black man.
Are they singing All Lives Matter? Absolutely. They're just saying it. Definitely sing that.
All black people. All black people. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Kids in cages. Kids in cages. Kids in cages. Free them all. Free them all. Free them all. Kids in cages. Kids in cages.
No new youth jail.
Kids in cages. Kids in cages. Free them all. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Holy cow, we got a lot of Seattle streams. And you're still audio for both
Fuck yeah.
Seattle protest and woke.
Hell yeah. This is my first day with my page open.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's like perfect timing.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Willow. No gimbal?
No, I can't. So the gimbal that I have that I really like doesn't allow me to charge.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
So it's great for like when I'm moving around, but honestly, I really like this when we're marching.
That's what you've been using, right?
This is what I started using, yeah, and then went to a gimbal, and then went to a different gimbal, and then gimbal and this.
So I just got an
I mean, I
extended
really
one.
like the one that I like. Yeah, what I need to do is get a little telescoping thing so that I can get this higher.
For hills like this, it's really nice. No cops, no KKK, no racist USA. No cops, no KKK, no racist USA. No KKK, no racist USA. No KKK, no racist USA. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Woo! Got a lot of people today. Thank you. Bop, bop, bop. All those racist cops. Bop, bop, bop. Fire all those racist cops. Fire all those racist cops.
Cough drop right here. Right there in the pony. Always that cough drop in the crowd.
Everyone to the left. It's cool I'm out here streaming, right? I can stream? Is that cool? Okay, I was like, I think they know me. I'm with Brad too. Now.
No, as long as we
Justin! Yeah, okay. Now! Cool. Say now! 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 Say now! And just so you know, they're on woke, my stream is, so you guys are getting like thousands and thousands of views. So yeah, thousands.
No racist ass.
Police.
I said no justice.
No peace.
No racist ass.
Police.
No peace.
Police.
I said no justice.
No peace. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. There's a lot of interesting characters out tonight.
There's always characters on the street.
I know. Says the man barefoot. He's like those characters. It's in a racist system.
No black protesters in the revolution. No good votes in the racist system. No black protesters in the revolution. No black
You guys are on, mine's on woke too, so you guys are getting like thousands and thousands of views.
Yeah, there's a ton of people
yeah,
watching.
like
Everyone loves
thousands
her
and
dress, by the way.
thousands. Yeah, they keep commenting on
And like
it.
every fifth comment is like,
Her dress is
so
cute.
beautiful.
Or your makeup. That's what people are saying. Yeah.
Then they banned the comments.
Straight way to freedom. SPD, we don't need them. On a straight way to freedom. SPD, we don't need them. He's like, it's a good day.
All you criminals need to get out of the intersection. This is illegal assembly.
Who are these vagrants without jobs?
Yeah.
Some of them don't even have full clothing on.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but SPD, take accountability. Take accountability. Take accountability. Take accountability. Baby in his arms.
Power. Red, orange, orange.
Red is a duck bank, which in case it's power is always alongside the African. That's a duck bank. Orange is power, red is gas. Green is sewer, orange, but you do something different. Stop talking shit.
Let him know.
That shit is real. We have to start here first. Everybody to the left. Hey, no, for real though. That Seattle first shit is real. Because the second we start worrying about other places, we lose what we've done here. The second we start focusing on other things, we lose sight of what we're doing here. So let's always remember, take care of home first. Same start at home before it affects the world. We all live here in Seattle, or visiting, whatever the case may be. But you're here in Seattle. If you live here or you live here, you're not from here, it doesn't matter. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. And you're in Seattle. So if you're going to be in Seattle, take care of Seattle first.
Let's get back in the street. Don't move, but get in the street.
She's doing it right now. She's saying the same thing you say.
Always suggest
Go,
No, more than 200. Definitely more than 200. Definitely more than 200.
Black lives.
We had one to everyone that we count. So each one is two. That's how we do it.
Hella people.
No KKK, no racist USA. No cops. No KKK, no racist USA. I said
No cops.
no KKK,
No racist USA. No cops. No KKK. Just USA. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
no KKK, no racist USA. No cops. No KKK, no racist USA. I said no cops. No KKK, no racist USA. No cops. No KKK, no racist USA. Cause whose lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
I'll get out of your way.
They're scared. They should be. No. No. SPD. SPD. No. SPD. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. USA. No cops. No KKK. No racist USA. No cops. No KKK.
No racist USA. No KKK, no racist USA. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
have the fucking... So this is the police department. They are so scared that they built this ginormous wall to keep out a bunch of kids with umbrellas. A bunch of kids. Take accountability. Take accountability. Hello? Bitch, I'm here.
We're back. Like we all know, they don't have our back. Right? Hey, hold on, hey! Hey, try to get chill out, hey! Be quiet! Everybody be quiet! I don't even need you. No, I don't! See what happens? You just have to agree to disagree and move on with women, you know what I'm saying? Yes, please, somebody give me one that works. Damn. Oh, damn.
There you go.
Damn.
Can everybody hear me? So because since we know they ain't got our back, who got our back?
We got our back.
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 We know we can't count on them for shit, right? So we all we got.
We all we need.
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 Period.
We're back, England!
We're here!
Like bacon, baby!
Roll up. Roll up. Roll up.
Imagine putting out barriers for the people that you're supposed to be protecting. Imagine that.
Everybody to the right, to the right. Not like the other, but just go to the right.
They're right. I let my instinct guide me at this point.
There you go. I just watch where people are going. I hope we're going in the right direction. I love that turkey Romeo.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. A lot of work, but it's worth it, I guess. Yeah.
I just realized something, y'all. So I do construction for real, like that as I'm in the labor union. Those boards were just made. Those are not old standard boats, were just made specifically for this, literally. You can tell by the color. Those literally were just made specifically for them to block themselves off from us. Why the fuck are you spending money on concrete? When you should be taking that money and putting it back into the black community, but okay. Let's roll up. Roll out. Who do you think for the street? No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke, guys. Don't take me serious. I'm just kidding. I'm literally just kidding. Hey, hold on. Let's get back together. 42! 42! 42!
Such a good angle.
Hey, we're walking and talking about. Come on, honey bunches. Shut the hell up, TK. Well, honey bunches never bring your butt.
Pull up.
Why you got a hard helmet on? Hard hat.
I ordered one and it's too small.
Are you live streaming? How many followers you got?
I was on Woke all day. Did you know that?
You were on Woke?
Yep.
What's that?
Me.
They were watching you get ready?
My stream page. I made one yesterday and all of a sudden I'm on Woke.
You made a stream page. About time.
Weird.
I swear, I'm good. I learned. You learn fast.
Charlena Lyles! Charlie. Ooh.
Roll up. You can't walk backwards and flip forward. You're fired because I can.
Wish this woman a happy 60th birthday. She turned 60 today.
Hey, happy 60th birthday to you.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday. You keep living, okay? Stay with the trophy, please.
Oh, fuck.
Okay?
Yeah.
Stop showing up to work.
Kids in cages. Kids in cages. Shut it down. Shut it down. Do it now. No New Youth Jail. Shut it down. Every day. Every day. Every day. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Hell yeah, feel the street. Feel the street and stay cool. Feel the street but stay cool like Buddhism. It's not perverted, I promise it's not perverted. If I say that, don't be right. I'm trying to keep her happy, guys. You guys want me to piss her off. I'm trying to keep her happy. You guys want me to piss her off. No bad protest is a revolution. No good back to the racist system. No bad protest is a revolution. No good back to the racist system. No bad protest is a revolution. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. You guys are back to the president. I think I'm for Trump.
Woo!
They got the buses. Hey, disengage! Can we say disengage? Disengage!
Disengage.
Disengage! Mind our business! Mind our business! Mind our business! We're in the problem, we don't have time for that shit. Black community! All black protesters! No new jail!
Target to reside. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Every day. Every day.
Hey, listen, I'm about ready to run from here across the country like y'all ready? Cause bro, I'm ready. Like, my AAD is like hella up there right now.
Run, Forrest.
I'm trying to be fine. To the right. To the right, to the right.
We never know until we get there.
Oh, okay. I
For
thought you said a
safety.
specific place. Yeah.
Yeah, for safety.
curb action.
You guys want me to?
You? Oh, you went for the shoes.
I figured walking up is going to be easier than walking down. I'm just going to try and go sideways.
Maybe you should curb your enthusiasm.
Oh. Dude, Willow, so many people were like, Willow, the beautiful Willow. People were commenting. They're like, he's back, he's back. Yeah.
Where is 707 area code? I'm not familiar with that. Thank you, Christopher.
That would be really impressive if you just knew that.
Yeah, if you knew 707. I mean, like, I know
Yeah.
You guys don't know that I'm wrong, so we can pretend I'm right.
That's true. It's true.
Car Brigade.
Thank you, Car Brigade.
Thank you, Car Brigade.
Thank you, Car Brigade.
Bay Area? Okay.
Oh, the
All
Bay.
right.
That
I
makes
believe
sense.
it.
Yeah, I believe
what
that.
part of the Bay Area? Thank you, Bay Area. Mendocino County. All right. I don't know where that is, but I can say it.
Is that fine? Probably. That sounds similar.
I would believe it.
I believe it.
My mama always told me that. My mama always told me that. And so therefore, we don't have to, listen, intimidate. They say we're intimidating council members by showing up to their houses. No, we're holding them accountable by doing that. That's not intimidation, that's called accountability.
Yeah.
Like, we pay all of it. Like the police, council, whoever. The public service, they serve us in the public, correct?
Yeah.
Public service is supposed to serve the public, so when the public comes hold you accountable, that's not intimidation, that's you serving the public. Let's get it going, Doc.
No good cops in a racist system. So it's getting bumpy terrain. Yeah.
Wow.
What a beautiful group of people.
Why does everybody want to be? Why does everybody just want to watch? Like, that's so boring. Come join history. Don't watch history. Come join. Like, history is important. I know they didn't teach history up there. No history in school. But there's some history going on right here that you can come learn.
Hello.
If you choose to. But don't watch. Don't watch. Come learn. Let's get together like booty chicks. We can keep going, but we gotta slow up a little bit and stay together, right? Because that's the only way we get shit done is doing shit together as one cohesive unit.
Watch
That's
your
it. That's
right
all.
side. Watch
It's
your right
gonna take
side.
us staying together doing this. We can keep going. You ain't gotta stop. Just get tight together, though. Like, we get it. COVID's real, but COVID was real in that Western barricade, and we still was together like booty cheeks up here. So this is nothing different. It literally is. It literally isn't.
So many memories of almost being hit by a car. Like, this area specifically was the worst, always. Fuck that.
Alright, just all stay together.
Police! No peace! Police!
Black Lives Matter!
I feel like Spider-Man.
You look like Spider-Man.
Gotta do it for the shot. Seriously. Take accountability. Take accountability. Take accountability. Take accountability. Shouts out to Car Brigade. All of these cars passing by keep us safe. There's been multiple instances where people have tried to drive through our crowds, so we get volunteers. Let them know. August 4th. August 4th. If you have to mail in, keep in mind that you still have to meet the deadline. So if you're mailing in your vote, do it early. Give it like 10 days. Don't do it the day of or it's not gonna fucking count. This is a peaceful protest, so no police. Yeah, why would we need police presence? We are walking in the streets that we pay for with our taxes. Sorry, bootlickers, it is what it is. Just because you don't live somewhere where people want to gather and display their constitutional rights doesn't mean that we're not going to do that. So we're going on 60 plus days here. Get with it, we're not going anywhere. Don't like it, don't watch the feed, babe. Spider-Man, it is I. I said constitutional rights, dummy. Potato, potato. Y'all know why we're out here. Stop asking questions. You know what's going on. Defund SPD, free all the protesters, no new youth jail. And there's no traffic. There's literally no traffic. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You know why we're here. You know. Negative attention is still attention. Run up those comments. Run them up. So we got people out here. We got the whole world is watching. Y'all know why we're out here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Nothing but support from Brad Fox, as always.
Violence! Violence! George Floyd! 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 Keep it right to the side. We do it every night, y'all. When I say his name, say William. Say his name. Can we hold the lion in the front?
I'm in the urban craze. We gotta get up on light poles for our height footage.
Out of your homes and into the street. 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 Out of your homes and into the street.
I thank you. Thank you. Of all the things that took me down today. That's new? That's new?
We need a harmonica. We need a bullhorn in front of the harmonica.
Seriously.
There was the one night we had 2 trumpets and a saxophone and the drums. It was fantastic.
That would be amazing. Whoever you are, you're so funny.
We're all going to be moving one side. We're not going up two different sides. We're all going up one side.
Don't split the express lane triangle thing. I don't know.
This is where we're at.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives
Woo! Be the light. We got a big crew tonight.
to the right door. Boy, this is a nice night to be walking the streets of Seattle, huh?
Uh-huh. Yow. Yeah.
That's the school supplies for kids. We're doing a school supply drive. That's the bulk of it.
Car brigade, car brigade. We are not sheep to the slaughter, my dude. We got protection everywhere we go. Because what we're doing is right. And when you do things that are right, protection always comes. Probably don't know anything about that. Because you're a douchebag.
In case you guys are wondering what she's talking about back there, she's telling people back there, if you really care about black youth and kids are really the future, we are actually doing a back to school time for these kids, these black kids in these black communities. So if you can, open your wallet and donate so we can buy these kids stuff for school next year. It's going to be all online, so they're going to need laptops, tablets, and shit. That's fine. If you can't donate monetarily, donate your time. Go out there and help hand out these supplies and whatnot. It doesn't have to always be monetary. Time is more valuable than money. Because time is something you cannot get back. Money you can always get back. You can't get time back. That's the one thing in life you never get back is time. So if you can't donate financially, donate your time. Donate the one thing you'll never get back. And help give this stuff to these kids. We got it? We got it? Alright, that's what you were talking about back there for your show. Couldn't hear it.
Oh yeah, man, that's what I do.
I'm a regular messenger, bro. I'm just a messenger. I ain't nobody that's wrong with the messenger.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. L, I got your L, I got your L.
My phone is to the Wi-Fi of that hotel.
Oh, it is?
Everybody to the left. Everybody to the left. Everybody to the left.
I don't know why I'm being so patient with those of you in the chat that are being stupid, but
Oh my god, say that. Literally same. I just don't reply or I tell them they're a fucking douchebag. Straight into the point.
like they don't even play the long game and try and low-key troll. They just
No.
like say something
And
stupid right away.
You know why the fuck we're out here.
Yeah,
Don't play
exactly.
dumb.
Yeah,
Don't
like,
play fucking
just
stupid.
asking stupid questions.
You want my attention that bad? Buy me something. Money. Reparations. That's how you get my fucking attention. Don't ask dumb questions you know the answer to.
Google is a thing, along
Yes.
with many other search engines
Yes.
that you can use to educate yourself.
I know. But never heard of her.
All right, bye. I was referring to you, and you are being stupid, so you're blocked. Get the fuck out.
Bye. No one says you gotta watch, ho. Go home and watch Fox News. Stay docile. Stay docile. I know y'all love it. Woo! Got a Blade Man out here tonight.
You want to tell them?
Before we left, but if anyone puts a hand up like this, and if you see my fancy light stick go up, try and hold or follow the direction of the light stick. If we're going to the left, I'm going to point to the left. If we're going to the right, I'm going to point to the right. And everybody needs to mimic those motions.
Yes, I am. Black streamer.
Get to see everything. Because even if I hold this light up, people in the back can't necessarily see it. So that means everybody in the front and in the middle and then even in the back needs to repeat those hand signals so everybody can see that. Also, if we do this, it means quiet down and everybody needs to stop talking.
This means slow down. Well, y'all gonna see it up here. It don't even matter about that because we're the ones that matter. You see me go like this, slow down up front. If we move it too very fast, I ain't trying to run. I'm not throwing jump. Damn.
Let's go.
Let's roll up. Let's roll up.
That's her call signal.
Keep running, Thea.
Woo, it's hot. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm about to come up here. Come on. You hold this, David? Yeah. Chair or something, man.
You can bring it to the picket.
Out of the bars, into the street, boys! Talking to you! It's fucking humid. Whew. Yeah, sticky and gross.
Working on it.
How do they not get that yet? Black Lives Matter. All the protesters. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
What's happening? What's happening, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Black people's lives are already infinitely worse. We're being shot in the fucking streets, Nick. I wouldn't expect you to understand that. You're a white man. You directly benefit from the system currently in place. So of course you're going to support it. Black disabled! Black disabled! Do we let the fear of not having a good replacement stop us from trying at all to make things better? No. That's what bitches do. Let's roll. Nick, shut the fuck up. Get off my page, nigga. Thank you. I can never be a journalist. I cannot play devil's advocate. I'm gonna tell you to fuck off.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Ever.
That's why,
like my page.
Yeah.
If you aren't here to support, you can go.
I'm like, I am not really independent media anymore.
No.
I am just a streamer who has a very strong opinion.
Yep.
And
This is why we stream. That's why we're streamers. We're not fucking reporters.
am supportive of the movement.
Yep.
I mean, I can report on some things, but
we're not
like interviews or
right.
like press conferences, but
right.
You know.
I need to clarify, we are not calling for abolition here in Seattle. We are calling for defunding. So half of the police's budget we would like to take and put into the black community and put into communities in Seattle.
Nobody saw it.
So do your fucking research. Pay attention to the demands per city. Each city is different. These are local governments. Unless your ass is in the street, shut the fuck up. Unless you live in Seattle, shut up. No one asked your opinion. Out of your homes, into the streets, bitches! And I really want to emphasize with this march specifically, always peaceful. Like, no plans of hurting anything. We have yoga before we march. Like, come on, guys. Pay attention to what media you are looking at, what march you're looking at. Pay attention, because that applies. Stop making arguments that aren't valid because you haven't done your research. Pay attention to what march is what. No, for defund in government usually means redistribution. So we're not asking to abolish out here in Seattle. We just want defunding and putting that money into the black communities because less than 7% of Seattle is black. Explain that. Less than 7%. We have a road, we're in King County. Martin Luther King, named after Martin Luther King, King County. Explain to me why 7% of the city is black. They've been pushed out due to gentrification. So we are putting the money, once we defund, because that's gonna happen, mark my words, we are gonna put that money into black communities and create housing for the homeless, for education, schools. Research this shit. You know, look up defund SPD. It ain't hard. And get involved with your local government, because that is where you can make the biggest change. I can only tell you what we do out here because of our local laws, because of our local government. That is how you can change the collective, is know what's going on right at home.
Hey, everybody keep going.
Tonight we march. We had a wonderful teach-in earlier. If you'll look at my stream earlier, we had a councilwoman with us who's amazing. Listen to her speech. That's going to give you the full plan for what we would like and our demands. So go back just a little bit on my live and you'll see all that. But this is our nightly march. We've been doing it every night, 60 days. This group right here. And it's youth-led. Black women, youth-led. Let's get it.
Actually, we're the EDM. We have male.
EDM, okay.
We have male organizers.
That's your guys' official name now, right? EDM? Okay.
We're the everyday march.
Every day, okay. The everyday march. Cool. You heard it here first. I don't give a fuck how you think I speak if you think it's off-putting. Shut the fuck up, Amanda. I'm black. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck if you don't like how I speak. And I am smart. Thank you for noticing.
You're very fucking smart.
People are so dumb, man.
Your truth.
I do. I stay doing that. Backhanded compliments. We don't do that here. Out of your home, into the streets. The cool thing about this march is that we march past a lot of bars and other places, and we will get people to come out of the bar, come out of their house, and come march with us. Because they see that we're peaceful. We do it every night. It's called the Everyday March. So we have a repertoire with the people because we're out here, and we are setting an awesome example. Not that I'm not like anti-destroy and protest. There's so many different ways to protest, especially when the oppressor is doing nothing but perpetuating violence. It is what it is. But this march, which I have been coming to nearly as much as I fucking can every day since this started, nothing but peace, nothing but unity, and trying to represent everybody here. They're on their shit. They're on it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I said something earlier at the rally, and my mom had the audacity to text me and said, but I work hard for my money. I said I didn't challenge that. I didn't say you didn't work hard for your money.
But she took
I
accountability
said
for it.
that the U.S. was built on the necks and the backs of black people, and that y'all wouldn't have the wealth that you have if it wasn't for slavery.
Facts.
Come on.
And it wasn't for black people doing the hard work.
Facts.
Okay, that's what I said. When we say that you made your wealth from black people, that we wouldn't be here without black people, it's not to devalue anything that anybody has done in their lives. And if you think that way, I challenge you to assess why you think that way.
Come on.
I challenge you to unlearn what you've learned and move forward.
Come on.
Period.
Let's go.
Period.
So A-A-A-B. A-K-A-B. A-K-A-B.
All Karens are bastards. Yep, that is unique to us out here in Seattle. We do get a lot of Karen movement sometimes. But it's okay, we have an acronym for them now, so they can feel important.
We're gonna keep moving, but we're gonna stay to the left though. Hey, kids are accountable too. Don't let your parents, don't forget about kids too. Karen, Nancy, Teresa. Fuck it, Karen. Hey, fuck him.
I really wish Cinnaholic was open right now, everyone.
I was just
want
thinking
a
that
cinnamon
too.
roll so bad. Good thing I have 14 to 16 pints of ice cream.
50%. If you're wondering what our demands are, we are chanting them right now. All the protesters. All the
protesters. No new jail. Whoa, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Jenny Durkin to resign.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Every day.
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
That's why you make sure you have a backup pint and a backup pint and a backup and a backup pint. Ammunition. You always
No
have a
peace.
minimum of 4 pints.
Police.
I want to hear the drums. I ain't heard the drums enough tonight.
Good
I've
workout.
lost weight.
Oh, I've
definitely lost weight.
I have to put an extra belt. I have to do
Oh,
an
you
extra thing.
We should go shopping.
I
Skinny
wanna go
clothes.
thrifting.
In 2020, I was like, I want to lose weight. Did not think it was going to be like this.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, backup ice.
Oh my God, you're literally just saying all lives matter, but with like a bunch of other fancy whatever. We're talking about black people right now, okay? And if you would watch the rest of the streams going on, this entire movement is intersectional. Everything you have just listed, we have had that demographic speak and talk about the issue is US imperialism. So stop asking stupid questions. You just called black people blacks. You're fucking racist. Back it up. Get off my fucking page.
I do have mint chocolate chip.
Pay attention. Stop asking stupid questions. Google exists. US imperialism has its hand in so many different countries. What they're doing to black people here in this fashion, the police, they are doing to Palestinians. They are doing in so many other different countries than just here. And the protests here in Seattle have been nothing but intersectional preaching that fact. But tonight we talk about black people. That's what's going on.
Really? I've experienced it once and witnessed it once when I tried to recreate that.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say like, okay, so then if someone's in line, I just be like, oh, and I forgot that I want to add.
No, I
3
am the
pints.
last person. No, they gave my friend Kendall a sash.
Yes, stupid. Google it. It's not hard. Stop asking me questions that you know the answer to, or you could easily find yourself. It's not my job to educate you. You have a phone in your hand. I don't care if you're asking to understand. Look it up. Are you deaf? Are you deaf? Look it up. It's not my job to explain things to people who have a fucking phone. This is a civil rights movement. We don't have time to dumb it down. No worries.
Be aware of the median. I have fallen on it.
Me
At
too.
least twice.
Yeah. Okay, we're back in Capitol Hill.
Watch behind it. Oh, are they going through?
Yep.
Everybody go back down. Everybody go to that route. Go that way so we can get the cars.
Okay, this march right here, this is the EDM march, everyday march. So there's marches at 8 a.m. and there's march at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. every night.
Getting in the middle between 11 and 3. So you can go to the 8 a.m. march with Katie, or you can go to Picket for Change with DT from 11 to 3 in the downtown area, or you can do the picketing on your own in your neighborhood.
Yep.
Either way works. But then you can come out here and march with us at 7 o'clock. We all got Instagrams. You can follow the Morning March at Morning March Seattle on Instagram. Picket for Change.Seattle on Instagram for the picketing.
Yep.
And then for the evening is Seattle Evening March on Instagram. Follow all of them.
I'll link all of them. After I'm done with this, I'll link all of them. But if you, yep,
And if
it's
you do
every
all three,
day.
you get $100, right? In Seattle. If you do all three, you get $100.
If you do all three, you get a cookie.
That's what it said. If you
I'll give you a hug and some love, but I don't know what the brass are.
I will link everything once I'm done marching. Follow my page. I will post when they march every day and the location. I'll keep on it for everybody.
What are you trying to announce, bro? What are you trying to announce?
Thank you. Sorry. Shut the fuck up. Go back to Canada then, dude. Like, leave us alone. You don't have to be streaming. I don't have to explain it to you. You have a phone. Stop. I'm not gonna say it again. Seriously. L, I got your L.
I got your B, I got your B.
L, I got your L, I got your L. Thank you, I am busy. Thank you for noticing. Support Tacos Guermos. Support Tacos Guermos. Black Lives Matter. Thank you. Please keep sharing. Black Lives Matter. Okay, so we are in Capitol Hill, and if you guys have been around up here, we have had so many standoffs with the police. This is right where our CHOP used to be, so Broadway and Pine. And we are marching through peacefully, nothing from the police, like no problems. Everyone's spirits are high, it's fucking dope. Oh, they blocked you? I don't know how they did that. I'm sorry, that wasn't me. That's weird. Somebody must have reported you. Some of the fucking people who are lurking for their own sick whatever. Because you were commenting earlier, I remember that.
They got it. Yeah, they got it. We're coming up the bike lane.
Yeah, the algorithm on here is fucked. I'm gonna try and stream on Twitch one of these days as well. Yeah, Black Lives Matter, baby. Got our car brigade, keeping us safe. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. I'll be sure to definitely link all of their social media, link all of when they're marching. But yeah, just wait until we're done with the march. I'll link everything for you guys. Follow me because I typically post at least, if there's a march every day, I find it and I post where it's going to be. So you'll get updates daily on what's going on because I am from the neighborhood.
Hey, let's roll! Let's roll! Stay together, though. Stay together. Stay tight.
Yep, keep watching for more speeches. That is probably one of the most important parts of all of this is that we have speeches before we march to spread information about what's going on here in Seattle specifically, as well as other places.
Safety first!
Safety first!
Exactly. I love y'all.
Thank you for the support. Follow, like, share.
Y'all know y'all don't have to follow traffic laws right now, right? So please, let's
I
do what we
definitely did
gotta
that to you
do.
at least 5 times.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
If Black Lives Matter, prove it. Black Lives Matter, prove it. If Black Lives Matter,
Prove it.
If Black Lives Matter,
Prove it.
If Black Lives Matter,
Prove it.
Hey, it's not enough to tell us Black Lives Matter no more. You gotta come up here and pick a side.
Yep.
Come out here and pick a side.
Out of your house, into the streets.
Get your ass out your bed. Get your ass in the streets and show me. Hey, you got 2 months. 2 months.
Too bad. We'll just do it in front of yours. Yeah, we know. We've been here.
Let's roll. Let's roll. Hey, all these people that come, one day they'll thank us when their kids benefit from this.
For real. For real. For real. God forbid you miss a couple hours.
They got children. It's cool. But their kids are going to thank us when we're done, though, for sure.
Okay, Broadway. Oh,
yeah.
Broadway and Pine. Back in Cap Hill. Marching up Broadway. We got a big group with us still. Got some food over here. Taking over Broadway. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Let's all spread out so we can all see each other and be heard in this intersection right here. We're good to go. We can take this intersection, spread out so we all can hear and see.
All right, I'm going aerial.
Okay.
That's that new yay. People saying I'm the closest thing to Mike Sis Janet. Todd Cruz on me, we jumping up on them couches. That's a fresh house, you better guess out your house. Got another house. Yo, bitch, got a bitch. Your spouse got another spouse. Walt Disney. I'ma tell you truthfully. If you leave Mickey, you gon' end up with a goofy.
Everybody get close. Everybody get close. Elbow to elbow. Ass to down.
You just want to move back a little? We'll give it more room.
I mean, if you came out here, you're obviously not choosing. So let's get close. Hey, everybody got your fill in this one. Let's go. Let's fill it in. There's plenty of room. Let's fill it in, guys.
What's up?
I talked to you at the ice thing.
Yes, I never messaged you, sorry. So
it's fine.
I feel like I'm doing a million things at once. I'm sure you're on the same boat.
Halfway through this march, I was like, the fuck, I'm supposed to send a bunch of footage to like 2 different people, and I did not.
So I'm gonna go home and do more shit when I go home, honestly.
Hey, everybody quiet down. Everybody quiet down. We all here?
Yes.
Hey, can we all hear? Yeah. Everybody hear me? Yeah. And I'm really, truly thankful and grateful for every last one of you guys showing up today. Real shit, like, that means so much to me. So let's have this turnout every night.
Woo!
Every night. Every night.
Everyday march, come through.
Don't just show up when you see council members' names attached to ours. That's performative.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Show up when there is no council member present. Why? Show up when it's just us. Show up when it's just me, Nicole, Kaki, Katie, DT. Show up when it's just us. It's not enough to just come out here, oh, Nelson's here, let's go talk to these guys. No.
Every day.
No, that's not enough. If you have the means to be out here every night and you're everybody needs to pick a side and clearly stand on that side every day. Not just when important people are out here. Don't just come out here because council members come. Literally stand on that every day. You said Black Lives Matter. You should be showing up every day that you can to prove it.
Yep.
It's not enough. Like, so we can beat our feet to the streets all we want to. I'm good with it. Like, I'm glad to do it. But it takes all of us to make shit happen. Not just me, not just Nicole, not just the organizers in general. It takes all of us, literally, all of us right here. So now that we all know it literally takes all of us right here, then all of us should be right here for something every day. Every day we all should be right here for something. Like, literally, there should be no excuse. I didn't know where to go. I don't know where the morning march is. I don't know where the location is. Okay, cool. Everybody got cell phone. Right, going out. Put on your phone and put on Instagram. Come on.
If you're wondering where to go, now's the time to listen.
If you're ready for Black Lives Matter, hold your phones in the air and pull them out. I'm calling everybody out. I'm calling everybody performative activism out right now. Pull your phones out.
They're gonna tell you the Instagrams for our marches, so if you're wondering, this is the time to listen.
We ain't got no excuse. We ain't taking no more excuses. We're taking excuses away from everybody. So, hey, listen. So, the Morning March Seattle is at Morning March Seattle on Instagram. So everybody go ahead and pull that up right now. And let me know when everybody's done. Let me know when everybody's done. Morning March Seattle. Let me know when you... Everybody that followed that page? Yeah? Alright. These are picketing it. Picketing the number 4 change, period, Seattle. Go ahead and follow that one too. Let me know when you're done.
There you go.
You got it? It's coming in?
Keep it coming.
Yeah, come on.
No excuses. No more I can'ts, no more I won't.
No more I can't.
Picking for change is around noon.
You guys done with that one?
11, right?
We done with that one?
After the morning march.
Now you want information for the nightly march? Seattle Evening March. Seattle Evening March on Instagram. That's for the nightly marches. Let's not, hey, my phone definitely better be blowing up, right? Let's hear it.
Seattle Evening March on Instagram. Seattle
Both of those are on Instagram.
Evening March.
Seattle Evening March.
This is where you will get information about where we're meeting up for our evening marches. Sometimes we also have sit-ins.
Mind your business.
So go ahead and follow that page. That is where you can keep track of where we will be meeting up. We change our meeting location a lot. If you have marched with us, then you know we constantly change our meeting locations for security purposes. So you have to follow that page in order to find out where we will be meeting daily for the evening march.
We all got that? We all got that? Nobody here has an excuse, right? Oh, no, see, I'm not defending. Nobody here has an excuse, right? No! So if I don't, listen, there's 3 different things you can follow. There's 3 different things you can do. There's no excuse. That means in the morning with those guys, their numbers should be up. That means in the afternoon with DT, his numbers should be up. That means at night, these numbers should be up then, right?
Yep.
Right? There's no excuse. Nobody has an excuse. Oh, I don't follow you guys. I don't know where to find you guys at. We just gave you guys all the info you need to know exactly where we are. Now, if you choose to use that or not, that is on you. But if you choose not to, you're part of the problem. For sure. Hey, for sure. Don't just come out here with the big thing for you. Come out here when it matters. It's not about the big. It's when it matters. It matters every day. Black Lives Matter all day, every day. So show them. That's it. So I got.
That's a lie. Another thing that I wanted to say is that we are not the only organization in Seattle
as well. Even though you're just reading those, you need to share that yourself. All the people that you have and that follow you, you can get them out here too. You can take this to every street corner here in Seattle. It doesn't just start and stop in front of City Hall. It doesn't just start or stop in front of these precincts, in front of these government buildings here on Cap Hill. We need to take this to every street corner in the city. If you have a sign, just go hold it for 10, 15 minutes. You'll see the reaction you get. These people will think about that. And they will know that we are not going anywhere. We will be out here every single day, all day. And we
Every
are not
day.
going anywhere. We are just getting started.
Woo! Woo!
There you have it. Like, nobody has an excuse. We took every excuse you could possibly think of away. You guys can be in school. And maybe some of you guys can arrange these things. You know, we can rearrange our schedules for Black Lives Matter, right?
Yep.
We have to rearrange our schedules if Black Lives really matter to us.
Nope.
I really appreciate all you guys. Like, this is only possible when it's all of us together.
Yep.
I'm not better than y'all because I'm standing right here in the middle with this damn microphone. I am regular smuggler, like literally regular smuggler, just like everybody standing here. Literally. Call it what you want, you say what you want, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm regular smuggler. I am normal, okay?
Mighty Mouse, where are you? Mighty Mouse? Mighty Mouse, where are you? Come up here, baby.
I'm not business.
Okay, I need you to tell us all about that survey.
Everybody please
Pay attention. Do any of you guys live in District 4? If so, raise your hand. Okay. If so, someone that lives in District 4, raise your hand. That includes anyone who lives by Greenwood. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright, so if you know, District 4, their council member is Alex Peterson. Is not in favor of increasing by 50% since our first video right now. So he just released a survey tonight, trying to get an opinion from his district to see who's actually in favor of supporting the funding activities. So you should take that survey so that eventually you can find it. But yeah. So basically, if you want to take that survey, go to tinyurl.com and y'all's phones should already be out.
tinyurl.com
/Alex
defund.
So
tinyurl.com /Alex defund. That is where you can have access to the survey about defunding SPD.
Scroll down a little bit where it says reimagining public safety, and there's a link over there to the survey. And you better say that you support defunding SPD by 50% by making me vote.
Mighty Mouse gonna go off if you don't.
I will go off. I am a mighty strong now.
Go ahead, go. Hey, I just want to shout out Carbon Brigade real quick.
Woo!
Carbon Brigade tonight.
Woo!
Y'all safety is our number one concern. There are a lot of logistics that go into Car Brigade though, and we do have a Venmo. It's just Car Brigade support, all one word. You can give $1 to Car Brigade. That'd be really fucking. One more time, because these two don't hype. This group doesn't hype themselves up enough. Seattle Evening March. I've been doing these protests in a lot of different ones. This is the most cohesive, with the best organization and the best leadership. I really think.
Tati.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, guys.
Woo!
I
Thank you, Tristan.
Okay, and some other people we need to say.
Thank you, Tristan.
Okay, can we say thank you, security?
Thank you, security.
Can we say thank you, car brigade?
Thank you, car brigade.
Can we say thank you, bike brigade?
Thank you, bike brigade.
Can we say thank you, medics?
Thank you, medics.
Thank you, streamers.
Thank you, streamers.
And can we say thank you to ourselves for beating our feet to the street?
Woo! Family, love, unity, equality, black, matters. Woo!
There was no police involvement. There was no quote-unquote action that we see in the media that draws everybody out. Please don't make me feel like you didn't do anything, that this isn't necessary, that this isn't vital. So just because we didn't have any action tonight, please, action, quote-unquote. We have action tonight. Talking like media type shit, you know, the stuff that people want to come out and film. They don't want to film that behind the actual revolution. They only want to film the tear gases in the bank. So just make sure when you go home at night, you are vital, you are necessary, and a key, whether or not there's action.
To add on to that, I know that starting tomorrow there is going to be that direct action every day at 7 p.m., which starts every day at 7 p.m. as well, and that is fine. But just know that I will be coming through there and calling everybody out that is just sitting like a duck waiting to get tear gas. I've seen that the last 3 days. I've seen on live streams while I'm marching and looking over that people are just sitting over here waiting for tear gas, not even chancing. I really want you to ask yourself, ask your friends that are doing it, ask your family that are doing it, what is it doing just sitting there? Are you chancing? Are you trying to get in contact with somebody? Are you asking for more? I will be here to call you. Oh! I will see you. You will see me. You will hear this high-ass voice asking you what the fuck are you doing? You will see me tomorrow if you're there. And at least if you're there, be chanting. Say the demand.
Yeah.
Make sure you're saying Black Lives Matter. Make sure you're printing something out. Make sure you're trying to reach for deeper conversations with people who have more power. Because that's what we do out here every day.
Woo!
I got 2 questions for y'all. Literally 2 questions, and y'all can go home, get some rest, so that we can all be up by